Go to TAPgiles.com to learn dreams, engage my services, and support the channel. Let's have a look at some text things, because we got a whole load of new stuff. In version 2.49, we got 80 something new icons. 32 of those are circles. You can go to tapgiles.com/icons to see this stuff. So these are all the circles, and you can type them by going hollow circle and then a number from 1 to 16. So if I do like 6 and then the close bracket, then it's that much around the circle, and it goes anti-clockwise. But we don't need that one. Yay, so we got that. That's the hollow circle one. And I'll just quickly do one for the other one. The solid circle. Like that. You can animate those or whatever for loading things, or use it as like a health bar, like a circular health bar or whatever. A cool method that Liam from MM showed on Twitter was if you can actually go down to the text box properties and turn off autofit. So autofit will like grow to fit the contents. If you turn that off, then you can like chop off the contents like this and just show a piece of it, depending on how this is aligned. So if it's like right aligned, then you can shrink it down and just show the last like load of characters. If you go, and then you can go like that as well, but the problem there is that it's middle aligned up and down. So if you go bottom aligned, you can just show the last character entirely. Just go boop, and that's the last one. And then there's a kind of hidden input. So it's not actually hidden, but it's not used much. And then you can go like this and send it a percentage of how many characters to show. So if I just like show them all like that, you need it to have, if it has infinite animation speed, it will always show all of them, I guess. But if it has a non-infinite animation speed, then it will actually use this as you input it. So then as you give it higher percentage, it will show more of them like that. So if I used a counter is useful for like making a fraction, because you can set the target value to the highest number, and then you can go from 0 to that highest number, and then it sends a percentage from count progress, and you can put that in there. So now if I want to see 2 of them, I can set this to 2. If I want to see 11 of them, I'll set this to 11. And even though this is to do with like animation properties and stuff, if you play time, because you're setting the progress, it won't actually change. It will just be whatever number you set it to. So you could like animate this however you want. For example, if I had a signal generator, by default that goes up and down from 0 to 1, so 0 to 100%, and then it sends that out here, and now it's animating. So you can animate that however you want, but we're going to just use that. Don't know why that's like that. Cool. So if we like show that one halfway through, and then we chop it off to only show the last icon, then we can only see the last icon, even though it's not the last one. It's like the last one according to the animation. So then the next one, next one, next one, and it just means that this is the last character being shown because it's only showing certain ones of the characters in the text box. So if you go to 16, it'll show the actual last one from this text, and this will show the 6th one. This will show the first one, and you can like use the health percentage or whatever to show whichever one you want, things like that, and all through one gadget instead of one gadget per icon or something. Only thing with this method is this is now the contents of this are inherently bigger than can fit into the box. And when that happens, if you hover over it with the imp, then it tends to, like, I'm moving around the left stick and nothing is happening because it's trying to move this, the contents of this, up and down. See if I can, yeah. So there's one here. I can like scroll around it and stuff, which is really weird. So that's why it gets stuck, essentially, because that's how they designed it. So yeah, be careful of when you turn off autofit, because then it can, if you're using the player is using the imp, or you're using the imp in edit mode, it can be really frustrating and confusing if you're like scrolling around and suddenly you're stuck in here. Yeah, something to be aware of. Cool, and then you probably don't want this background stuff. Let's make it a different color so we can see it. Let's make it red. And you probably don't want the text box either, but then for whatever reason it doesn't clip it properly. It doesn't use that to chop off the text. So to kind of cheat with it, you can go show text box, and if you turn down the opacity but not all the way to 0, because then it assumes you don't want to show it at all, and then it defaults to not chopping it off at all. But you need a tiny bit of opacity, so maybe to make it dark or middle grey or something, and then it still actually chops it off for you. There you go, and then this will work for your UI and stuff. 0.01% opacity. I'm not sure. Like, you could do it here, but I don't think it'll make any difference. 0.01. Yeah, so that works. It like sticks, but like, yeah. So if you can actually see it at 1%, but I can't. Oh, now I can see it. Depends on the color of it. So maybe it is better at black. Let's put that back there. And then set that to 0.01. Yeah, then it is harder to see if it's visible at all. But hopefully they just fixed that bug. But good idea. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something interesting. Go to patreon.com/TAPgiles to learn something new every day.